January 15th, 1929. Yesterday, our whole school celebrated his life with a day of service. Today, I will continue our celebration with a speech that remembers the end of his life. I've been to the mountaintop is the very last speech Dr. King delivered before he was assassinated on April 15, 1968. As Dr. King stands at the end of his 39-year life, thoughtfully considering certain past events, he provides us guidance on how to move forward and make the world a better place. Excerpts from I've Been to the Mountaintop. If I were standing here at the beginning of time, with the possibility of taking a panoramic view of the whole of history up to now, and the Almighty said to me, Martin Luther King, which age would you like to live? I would take my mental flight by Egypt and watch God's children in their magnificent trek from the dark dungeons of Egypt across the Red Sea, through the wilderness and on towards the Promised Land. And in spite of its magnificence, I wouldn't stop there. I would move on by Greece and take my mind to Mount Olympus. And I would watch Plato, Aristotle, Socrates, Euripides, Aristophanes, as they discuss the great and eternal issues of reality. But I wouldn't stop there. I would go the way for the man for whom I am named had his habitat. And I would watch Martin Luther as he tapped his 95 Theses on the door at the Church of Wittenberg. But I wouldn't stop there. I would come on up even to 1863 and watch a vacillating president by the name of Abraham Lincoln finally come to the conclusion that he had to sign the Emancipation Proclamation. But I wouldn't stop there. I would come on up even to the early 30s and see a man grappling with the problems of bankruptcy of his nation, and come to an eloquent cry that we have nothing to fear but fear itself. But I wouldn't stop there. Strange enough, I would turn to the Almighty and I would say, if you allow me to live just a few years into the second half of the 20th century, I will be happy. Now, that's a strange statement to make because the world is all messed up. The nation is sick, trouble is in the land, confusion all around. But I know somehow, the only when it is dark enough, can you see the stars. Several years ago, I was in New York City, autographing the first book that I had written. And I was looking down, writing. The next minute, I felt something beating on my chest. Before I knew it, I had been stabbed. The x-rays revealed that the tip of the blade was on the edge of my aorta, the main artery. It came out in the New York Times the next morning that if I had merely sneezed, I would have died. Well, about 4 days later, they allowed me to read some of the mail that came in. But there was one letter from a little girl, a young girl. It read simply, "Dear Dr. King, I am a ninth grade student at the White Plains High School. While it should not matter, I would like to mention that I'm a white girl. I read in the paper that if you had sneezed, you would have died. And I'm simply writing you to say that I'm so happy that you didn't sneeze. I too am happy that I didn't sneeze. Because if I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been around here in 1960 when students from all over the South started sitting in at lunch counters. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been around here in 1961 when we decided to take a freedom ride for the end of segregation in interstate travel. If I sneezed, I wouldn't have been around here in 1962 when Negroes in Albany, Georgia decided to straighten their backs up. Because a man can't ride your back unless it is bent. If I had sneezed, I would have been around here in 1963 when the black people of Birmingham, Alabama aroused the conscience of this nation and brought into being the Civil Rights Bill. If I had sneezed, I would have had a chance later that year to tell America about a dream that I had had. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been down in Selma, Alabama to see the great movement there. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't be in Memphis today. To see a community rally around those black brothers and sisters who are suffering. I am so happy that I didn't sneeze. But it doesn't matter with me now. Because I've been to the mountaintop. And I've looked over. And I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we, as a people, will get to the promised land. Thank you.